Your entire life, you've been fed a fantasy, a polished, sugar-coated illusion of success. They tell you to dream big, to stay positive, to believe that if you just work hard enough, everything will magically fall into place. But let me ask you something. How's that working out for you? Look around. Be honest. Are you where you want to be? Or are you stuck in the same cycle? Wasting time, chasing distractions, living for temporary highs while your future slips through your fingers? See, what they don't tell you is that success isn't about motivation. It's not about watching feel-good videos or reading another self-help book. Success is brutal. It's painful. It demands sacrifice. And most men, they don't have what it takes. They fold the moment things get uncomfortable. They drown themselves in entertainment, in cheap dopamine hits, in excuses, because facing reality is too damn hard. But here's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. No one cares about your potential. No one cares how hard your life is. The world only rewards results, and if you don't start making the right moves now, you're going to wake up one day with nothing but regret. You'll see other men winning, building, leading, and you'll realize you wasted the one thing you can never get back: time. And that's the trap. Society doesn't want you to wake up. They want you comfortable, weak, distracted, addicted to pleasure, because a weak man is easy to control. So the question is, are you going to keep lying to yourself? Keep scrolling? Keep putting off your potential for tomorrow like every other loser? Or are you finally ready to hear what no one else will tell you? Because on this channel, we don't do soft talk. We don't coddle weakness. We expose the hard truths, the raw realities of what it actually takes to win as a man. And if you're not ready for that, leave now. But if you're done with the bullshit, if you're ready to take control, level up, and finally become the man you were meant to be, welcome to Man Code. This isn't just another YouTube channel. This is your wake-up call. So, what's it going to be? Stay weak or step up? Truth number 1. Success requires brutal sacrifice. You think you can have it all, don't you? You want to be successful, but you also want comfort. You want wealth, but you're not willing to let go of the habits that keep you broke. You want to build something great, but you refuse to pay the price. Let me make this clear. You don't get to have it both ways. Every man you admire, every success story you look up to, they all had to give up something. Not for a week. Not for a month. 4 years. But here's where most men fail. They want results without sacrifice. They want the rewards without the suffering. So they dabble. They try for a little while, and the second it gets uncomfortable, they run back to their distractions. Back to their video games. Their Netflix. Their nights out. Their excuses. You think you're grinding, but are you really? Or are you just playing success while avoiding the real work? Let me tell you about Dr. Charles Pokey. He was a doctor, comfortable, respected, making good money. But he had a bigger vision. So he did what most men don't have the balls to do. He sold his hospital and walked away. No backup plan. No safety net. He stepped into uncertainty because his purpose was bigger than his comfort. And here's where it gets real. He suffered. While other men were living easy, he was grinding. While others were spending money on status symbols, he was saving every penny. He sacrificed his luxuries so his family wouldn't feel the pain of his transition. He didn't cling to his past status. He built his future from the ground up. Now ask yourself, what have you sacrificed? What have you willingly given up in the name of your future? Because if you're not actively letting go of the things keeping you average, you're choosing to stay exactly where you are. Success doesn't take excuses. It takes exchange. You want a great body? Trade your junk food and lazy mornings for discipline and training. You want financial freedom? Trade your impulse spending for investing and strategic action. You want to be respected? Trade your need for validation for actual results. You can't keep everything you have now and expect to become a different man. So here's your challenge. Find one thing, just one thing you know is keeping you weak. A habit, a distraction, a toxic mindset, and kill it today. Not tomorrow, today. Because if you're not willing to let go of what's holding you back, don't even bother watching the next point. You've already lost. Truth number 2. Financial discipline determines your future. You think money is your problem? It's not. Your mindset is. Most men are broke, not because they don't make money, but because they don't know what to do with it. They get paid, and what's the first thing they do? Spend it. New clothes, nights out, subscriptions, gadgets, anything to feel a temporary boost. And the worst part? They do it to impress people who don't even care. But here's the truth. Wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about what you keep and what you build. There's a reason the rich get richer while the average man stays stuck. The rich understand the game. Money isn't meant to be spent, it's meant to multiply. But most men, the second they get a little cash, they burn it like it's on fire. And that's exactly why they stay broke. Look at Dr. Charles Pokey. When he left his comfortable life as a doctor to start over, he knew he had one priority, his future. And that meant he had to be ruthless with every dollar. While most men in his position would have made excuses, I have kids, I have responsibilities, I need to maintain my old lifestyle, he did the opposite. He cut his spending to the bone. He didn't eat lavish meals. He didn't buy things just because he could. He saved everything, even the little gifts people gave him. Sardines, soap, bread. While other men consumed without thinking, he stacked, saved, and prepared. Why? Because he understood the most important financial rule: don't eat your future. But most men do exactly that. They eat their future before it even has a chance to grow. They waste money trying to keep up with people who aren't even playing the same game. They chase status, not strategy. They live for today while their future self suffers the consequences. And that's the real reason so many men stay trapped in mediocrity. So let me ask you, what are you spending your money on? Do you actually know? Or do you just swipe your card and hope for the best? If you don't track your money, you're not in control of it. And if you're not in control, you'll always be at the mercy of your next paycheck. Here's what you need to do right now. 1. Look at your bank statement from the past month. Where is your money really going? 2. Find 3 things you spent money on that did nothing for your future. Cut them. 3. Take that money and put it towards something that builds, an investment, a skill, a business. Because if you keep spending like a consumer, you'll never own anything. And if you never own, you'll always be owned. Think about that. And ask yourself, are you building your future, or are you eating it? Truth number 3, weak men seek approval. Strong men build foundations. You want to know why most men fail? Because they're too busy trying to be liked. They waste their energy chasing approval, seeking validation from people who don't matter, spending money to impress strangers, holding back on their ambitions because they're afraid of what others will think. And for what? A pat on the back? A few fake compliments? A moment of social acceptance? Let me tell you something. Nobody gives a damn about your struggles. Nobody is sitting around, waiting to see you succeed. The world only respects one thing: results. You think people admire successful men because they're nice? Because they fit in? No. They admire them because they built something. They produced something. They proved their value through action. And here's the hard truth. If you're wasting time trying to impress people, you're already losing. Look at Dr. Charles Pokey. When he made the decision to leave his medical career and start over, do you think he cared about what people thought? Do you think he spent his time explaining himself, trying to get validation? No. He locked in. He focused on his vision, his grind, his future. While other men were flexing their temporary success, he was quietly stacking bricks. He didn't need to be seen. He needed to build. And now, those same people who might have judged him back then, they see the results. The land, the success, the impact. But most men will never get there, because they're too weak to stop caring about what others think. They hold themselves back because they're afraid of standing out. They don't take risks because they fear judgment. They stay in the same cycle, broke, frustrated, stagnant, because they won't let go of their need for approval. But let me ask you this. When has approval ever built anything? Did seeking validation ever put money in your bank? Did impressing your friends ever help you level up? Did trying to fit in ever move you closer to your goals? No. And it never will. Because weak men chase validation. Strong men build foundations. So here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, make one decision every single day that is based on your long-term goals. Not on emotions, not on social pressure, not on what people will think. Choose your future over approval. Choose discipline over distractions. Choose results over recognition. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares about your potential. They only care about what you've built. So what are you building? Truth number 4. The real process of success is boring and hard. Everybody wants success. But nobody wants to hear what it actually takes. Motivational speakers? They sell you a fantasy. They show you the highlight reel, the luxury, the status, the rewards. They tell you about how they started from nothing and made it big. But what do they never talk about? The suffering, the boredom, the relentless, thankless grind that nobody sees. Because if they told you the truth, you wouldn't want it. You'd realize that success isn't some quick, exciting adventure. It's a slow, painful war against your own comfort. Dr. Charles Pokey understood this. When he walked away from his career as a doctor, he didn't step into instant success. He stepped into years of struggle. He wasn't waking up to applause or recognition. He was waking up at 4 a.m., traveling, preaching, grinding, without any guarantees. Most men in his position would have tried to maintain appearances. They would have spent money to look successful, to prove to others that they were still doing fine. But Pokey, he knew that real success isn't built on ego, it's built on discipline. While others were spending their money on comfort, he was saving every penny. He wasn't buying luxury, he was buying land. He wasn't chasing instant gratification, he was building a foundation. And that's where most men fail. Because the real process of success? It's repetitive. It's lonely. It's brutally hard. Nobody claps for you when you're waking up at 5 a.m. to train. Nobody celebrates when you're staying in on a Friday night to work on your goals. Nobody cares when you're grinding in silence, sacrificing, building brick by brick. But that's the price. And if you can't handle the process, you don't deserve the result. You think there's some hack, some shortcut? There isn't. You think you can skip the struggle and still win? You can't. At the end of the day, success goes to the man who outlasts everyone else. The one who keeps showing up, keeps putting in the work, keeps moving forward, even when it's boring, even when it's exhausting, even when it feels like nothing is happening. And that's why most men never make it. Because they give up when it stops being fun. So here's what you need to do. Write down your daily grind for the next 3 months. The routine, the actions, the sacrifices. And commit to it no matter what. Because if you're not willing to suffer through the process, you don't deserve to win the prize. So tell me, are you disciplined enough to outlast everyone else? Or are you just another man looking for an easy way out? Truth number 5. Build something that outlasts you. You ever wonder why most men die with nothing? Not just broke. Forgotten. No legacy. No impact. Nothing left behind except a pile of debts and a lifetime of regrets. And the worst part? It wasn't because they lacked opportunity. It wasn't because life was unfair. It was because they never built anything real. Most men live like they're going to be here forever. They blow their money on temporary pleasure. They waste years chasing status instead of stacking wealth. They move through life like a leaf in the wind, drifting, consuming, existing, but never creating. And that's exactly why they leave nothing behind. Because here's the harsh truth. If you don't build something, you will be forgotten. Your name will die with you. Your family will struggle without you. The world won't even notice you were here. And if that doesn't wake you up, nothing will. Look at ants. Tiny creatures. No intelligence. No strength. But they build towers. Massive structures, 30 feet high in the savannah. How? Small efforts, every single day. No breaks. No distractions. Just relentless, disciplined action. And yet, you, a grown man with a mind, with resources, with the ability to create, are doing less than an insect. Dr. Charles Pokey, he understood this. When he walked away from his old life, he knew he had one mission, to build. While other men spent their earnings on short-term pleasure, he was buying land. While others wasted their time, he was stacking assets. While others lived for today, he was securing his future. Because he knew that if you don't control your future, someone else will. So let me ask you, what are you building? What will still exist when you're gone? What will your family have if something happens to you? What proof will you have that you ever lived? Because if your answer is nothing, then you're already running out of time. Here's your challenge. Choose one long-term project, something that will outlive you. A business, an investment, a skill, a body of work, something real. And start it in the next 30 days. Not someday. Not when you have more time. No. Because the men who wait, they die forgotten. And the men who build, they never die at all. So the question is, will the world remember you? Or will you be just another man who lived and died without a trace? Truth number 6. If you're overseas, stop wasting time and resources. You think moving overseas is the answer? You think just because you're in a better economy, your future is set? Wake up. It's a trap. Millions of men leave their home countries chasing the illusion of success. They land in a new place, start making a little money, and what do? They waste it. Expensive clothes, nightclubs, overpriced apartments, flashy cars. They start living like they've made it, when, in reality, they're just another slave to the system. Working paycheck to paycheck, spending it as fast as they earn it. They left their home country looking for opportunity, but instead of building something, they became consumers. And that's exactly how they stay broke. Listen, money means nothing if you don't know what to do with it. If you're overseas, you have one major advantage. Your currency is strong. But most men don't use that to their benefit. They blow it on a lifestyle, instead of using it to secure their future. Dr. Charles Pokey understood this. Every small amount of money that came into his hands, he put it to work. While other men spent their earnings on electronics, luxuries, or short-term pleasure, he was investing in land, assets, and knowledge. And now, he owns. While other men are still working, still renting, still struggling, he has built something that will last. But what about you? Are you actually using your advantage? Or are you just wasting time in a different location? Because if you're overseas and you're still living paycheck to paycheck, still spending more than you save, still delaying investments, then you might as well have never left home. You didn't move for opportunity. You moved to stay trapped in the same cycle, just in a different place. That ends now. Here's your challenge. Take a hard look at where your money is going. If it's not going towards something that builds, land, a business, a skill, you're playing yourself. Start today. Choose one thing to invest in that will still have value 5 years from now. Because if you don't start building, One day you'll wake up old, tired, and broke, realizing that you had every opportunity, and you threw it away. So ask yourself, are you using your money to build wealth, or just to look wealthy? The final truth: most men will never change. Let's be real. Most of you won't do anything. You just sat through this entire video, nodding your head, feeling motivated. But when this ends, you'll go right back to the same habits, the same distractions, the same excuses that have kept you weak. Because that's what most men do. They consume advice, they talk about change, but when it's time to actually act, they fold. They get comfortable. They delay. And then they wonder why nothing in their life ever improves. And that's why most men stay stuck. Because they think they have time. They think they can afford to wait. That somehow, someday, they'll magically get serious about their future. But let me tell you something. Time is killing you. Every day you waste, that's one less day to build. Every dollar you blow, that's wealth you'll never get back. Every excuse you make, that's a decision to stay average. And the world, it doesn't care. Success doesn't wait for you. Money doesn't wait for you. Your future doesn't wait for you. Either you step up and take what's yours, or someone else will. This is your moment. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Because in the end, there are only two kinds of men. The ones who watch videos and do nothing. And the ones who take action and build their future. Which one are you? If you're weak, leave. Go back to your distractions, your entertainment, your excuses. But if you're serious, if you refuse to be like the rest, then prove it. Join the movement. This isn't just a channel. This is a wake-up call. A brotherhood. A code. Man-to-man code. The weak ones won't subscribe. The strong ones will. So the only question left is, which one are you?